Hey guys, I'm Logan Adams, Nissan of Cookeville, and this is the all-new 2022 Nissan Pathfinder. And I want you guys to come with me on my first drive with this vehicle. That way we can experience all the new features together. Alright guys, so now that we're actually in the vehicle and on the road, my first impression of this vehicle is the fact that just how smooth it is. With the new 9-speed transmission that we've added to the platform, we've still kept the 3.5 liter V6 up front, but with that new 9-speed automatic transmission, the shifts that this thing has is just immaculate, leagues ahead of what most other third row SUVs are in my opinion. And the greatest part is, you can't even really tell the difference between this vehicle and a CVT. There is very little shift shock whatsoever. As you accelerate through the RPM band, the transmission just knows what to do. And we just now experienced a new feature on the Pathfinder, automatic start stop. So whenever you guys come to a stop sign or a stoplight in this vehicle, or even a drive-through or a traffic jam, the vehicle will automatically shut off the engine up front in order to conserve that much more fuel. All right guys, so now we're on a curvy section of the road and I'm getting a better feel for the steering, and my first impression of this thing is just wow. It's an electric power steering pump like we have in our vehicles like the Rogue, the Altima, and the Sentra, but when you put that in a full-size SUV, it really does change the game. This thing drives like a large sedan in my opinion. I don't feel like I have a whole third row behind me right now. Not only that, but the feel of this steering wheel, just the shape, the ergonomics of it in your hand, is probably just a touch above the rest in my opinion. There's no uncomfortable spot to grab it, so no matter what your driving style is, no matter where you find your hands on the steering wheel, you know you're going to be nice and comfortable behind the wheel of a new Pathfinder. So we're about to come up to a nice little stretch of highway right here where we'll be able to test out some of the performance specs of this vehicle. Now, this V6 makes 284 horsepower, and it is excellent at putting that power to the ground. So this one in particular is a four-wheel drive model, so it does have a lot of different drive modes to choose from. I'm just sitting right here at a stop right now, and I'm actually going to select it over into sport mode. Now, we're going to feel a little bit of stuff happen underneath the vehicle, and that's just the vehicle prepping for sport mode. So a couple things that happen whenever you go into sport mode. First and foremost is your engine is going to keep you higher up in the RPM range. And whenever you go to step on it, your transmission is going to shift just a little bit more responsively to help you get into that power band a little bit more aggressively. Now, it's as easy as just flipping one little knob right down there, and all of a sudden we're in eco mode. Now, the cool thing about that is it's actually going to lower your engine output just a little bit, as well as lower the output of the climate control system. That way you're saving as much fuel as possible. Combine that with the automatic start-stop feature of this vehicle, and you will be absolutely sipping on the gas. Now, this vehicle does get 23 miles per gallon average between city and highway driving, but the cool part about that is, being a four-wheel drive vehicle, if you put it in auto, it's almost like a beefed up traction control system. So you'll start in four-wheel drive, but whenever you get up to your cruising speed to maintain the most amount of fuel economy possible, it's actually going to transition back up to front-wheel drive for you. That way, again, you're saving as much gas as possible. Now, the other drive modes down here I've got are going to be, like I said, sport and eco. We've also got a tow mode because this vehicle is set up to tow very, very well. It can tow up to 6,000 pounds. Like I said, we do have an auto mode as well. Now, for your four-wheel drive system specifically, we have a snow mode, a mud rut mode, and a sand mode. And what those three do is just differently utilize your four-wheel drive system depending on what kind of a situation you find yourself in to give you the best driving experience possible and the most reliability to get you out of any situation at all. All right, so we are now coming up to a red light, which gives me the perfect opportunity to show off one of my next favorite features about the Pathfinder, and that is, even on the S model, what we're driving right now, we've integrated our auto hold system, which means whenever I come to this stop, I can let my foot off the brake and the vehicle will hold the brakes for me. Light just now turned green. I touch the gas and it knows exactly what to do. It's going to release that brake pressure and smoothly transition from being stopped to going again without you even having to break a sweat. That's perfect for stop and go situations like traffic, drive-throughs, anything like that you'll find yourself in, or even like me, just day-to-day driving throughout town if you don't like holding your brakes.